sit down, take a two and two, money till we get it. Paul Wall, let it cool, was ain't talking. Money stick, all that bullshit, keep it. Run the side, run the side, run.
Hello? Mr. Buffalo Soldier?
Oh.
Hello?
Hello?
Mr. Buffalo Soldier?
Speaker. Hold on, let me pause it. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Go ahead, yeah.
Hey, this is Satchel. I was following up with you from a couple months ago. I wanted to, you said you'd be able to tell me a little bit of the history of the Buffalo Soldiers.
I'm trying to get back to the better network.
Oh, are you trucking right now?
Try that, kid. Try that. Okay. Okay, now you said something about a Buffalo Soldier?
Yeah, you said you'd tell me the history of the Buffalo Soldiers.
Okay, you're talking about 150 years. How much time do you have?
If you could give me like a 5-minute rundown, I think that would be plenty. If not, we can get back on the phone another time.
Okay, you have Google on your cell phone?
Yeah, I do.
And you know my last name is, how to spell it, right?
Sure.
Parrish, one R. You put both soldiers posters, and all my stuff comes up. Now, just in a few minutes, and I'm going to Flagstaff, depending on how late you're going to be up. It starts from the end of the Civil War. They were the black slaves that fought for the country, that because they thought they were free now. So at the time, it was no employment. So Ulysses Grant put together a program to escort white settlers west. So they were going to invade and to take the Native Americans' land. And the white soldiers that fought in the Civil War getting cleaned out. So I put together a group, about the second time, for a group of veterans to handle it. And a lot of the Buffalo Soldiers were Native Americans in the first place. So it goes on. The 9th and 10th Cavalry, and they formed the 24th and 25th Infantry to give you a grand total of about 25,000, who the Cheyenne Dog Soldiers named the Buffalo Soldiers because they were as hard to kill as the buffalo.
Wow.
And then we could take it from there. 150 years, all the way to World War I, World War II, the Vietnam War, etc., etc.
Wow.
But now, you're located where?
Well, I'm actually in Oklahoma City.
Okay. That's not bad. They handle Oklahoma. They got Fort Robinson up there, and you're in the area that 90% of the Buffalo Soldiers out of Denver, Fort Robinson. I came up there, and I did a program for the Buffalo Soldiers. We did the Nationals. I was the first Buffalo Soldier to win the Nationals in '94. It's just a little bit parking, but my unit was in Texas. I'm an over-the-road truck driver now. I'm going to Las Vegas to do a deal. You heard of Pawn Stars? Rick, Chumley, all this stuff in Las Vegas, doing bartering and selling. It's called Pawn Stars. It's on Las Vegas Boulevard. Have you heard of that program?
Of course. Very familiar.
Oh, okay. I'm going there to do maybe $1 million deal with them, or to help them. A guy did a bronze bust for me. He was one of the best artists in the world in sculptures, Bruce Everly. And he sent me the first one, but the neck broke on it, so I sent it back.
Wow.
And he was just going to do 2. So when I sent it back, he sent me the one that he had finished. And he said, wait, and I'm going to do it, then make another one and send it to Colin Powell. We think, but we don't know for sure if he finished that before he passed. Because Colin Powell passed about 6-7 months ago. I don't know if you heard that. So I'm the only one that has this one now. It's of me. I got the picture where I posed for it along with the bronze bust So OnStar had offered me $170,000 for it 6 months ago, and I turned it down because I could make it out of the NFT. Now they're at damn near $250,000.
Wow.
And it goes on and it goes on and on and on. So since I talked to you the last time, are you familiar with NFTs?
Actually,
Non-fungible tokens?
a little bit, yeah. I think Bill. So you know I'm friends with Bill Clinton, right?
No.
Yeah, Bill Clinton and I had actually talked about doing an NFT thing together.
Hey, let me tell you something. How this relationship is going to develop between me and you is going to be mind-blowing. I'll send you a picture of Bill Clinton with my brother.
Wow. That's incredible.
Bill Clinton, no, hold on. After, they tried to indict Bill Clinton for something, this, that, and that, I really can't think right now, but when the Clinton administration broke up, he asked my brother, what did he want to do? He was making sure all of the top people got the job they wanted to do. So he was head of the security for the U.S. Marines Corps in Russia. You know, the honor guard and all the kind of stuff stands up the embassy.
Oh, yeah, of course I know.
Then he got promoted to head of linguistic studies at the University of Beijing. So I'll send you a picture. He's standing with Clinton and Gore.
Wow. That is something.
It goes on. It goes on and on. So I think Monster, I gave them some of my history and stuff like that. So they just invited me up to Vegas to see. They started a museum. Okay, now on the 3rd and the 10th of December, I transported in my truck from all my rich and starving artists that ain't sold artwork for 10, 15 years. Millions of dollars. I got 3 storage units in Vegas that have over $5 million that I've sold, and I've helped them, and they paid me in stocks, they paid me in cash, and I won't tell you how many millions I've got, but I got a couple.
Nice.
So I'm going to Vegas now to drop off a few more things and to put it together and see, do I sit down and do a contract with you guys, or do I put together an NFT with them? Now, my cousin, Mike Sherrod, who was one of the wide receivers for the Dallas Cowboys back in the day, before Landry went out, he was with Landry before Michael Irvin came in. He got some guys that were on hold from the UK that want to put it together, but they don't have the technology yet. So you tell Mr. Clinton, you still live?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah, okay, because I'm good. Hey, man, I'm going over some roads if they need to fix some of the stuff in America. So make a long story short, yeah, let him know that you got a hooker with one of the baddest boys out here. I'm the only black man out here doing the Buffalo Soldiers. I'm putting together my own pictorial ancestry, hidden history of the black Indian, and I'm doing pictures and surveys of what I'm doing now as a modern day black Indian. So you put something together, we can do some business, because I think you're looking to get rich, right?
Hey. No one breaks bread with the Clintons if they're not looking to get rich. Hey, I gotta let you go. I'm gonna give you a call back in a few days here once I talk to Bill.
Okay. Hey, look, and now, so I can go back and look at your phone number, or text me, and I'll send you a few pictures so you can get your game together.
All right, perfect.
Okay.
All right, later, Blader.
Okay, and I'll have no G. Okay.
This was the headset they gave me for that job I had during COVID, doing like tech
Yeti?
support. No, it was a different one, but because I quit like 3 months in, and we were still all working remote. They just told me, yeah, we'll send you a box that will be like pre-labeled. Just put all of your work stuff in it, to ship it back to us. They never sent me the box. So
Jackpot.
I still have like a Dell laptop, this headset, and some like other like cables that it's just I don't know what, but they're lost, you know.
When GoDaddy laid us all off, I had a really good opportunity to steal a bunch of shit and I didn't, and I really regret it because like you had to return all your stuff to the GoDaddy office, and I was like, oh, okay, bet. And so I returned it, and then they sent me an email, and they're like, hey, did you return it? And I was like, oh, I could have just honored system this, and I could have, you know, gotten a computer and like a standing desk thing and a laptop, like the whole kit and caboodle. But I returned it all because I thought GoDaddy had their shit together. They did not.
No. I've learned when IT departments are like, you can't take this. Don't try to like, you know, wipe the memory off this or anything because like we will, like, you know, we have our secret ways to know who has what.
Yeah.
They don't.
They don't. I know so many people that got so much stuff from the GoDaddy office just because they knew. Yeah, just do it.
Yeah.
Me, I'm too pure of heart. I said, you know what? No, that's not JT Kelly. JT Kelly has never stolen a thing in his life. I'm not gonna steal from a corporation. I salute corporations. Corporations are people. I wouldn't steal from them. I did a
Unless they're a
striptease show
restaurant.
last night, Robert.
Oh yeah, it was your debut in Kansas City.
I did Kansas City shows in like 2015 and 2016.
Oh, okay.
I think maybe even in 2019.
Your return to Kansas City with
I had a group message with two people that saw me in 2017 and bought a tape on Instagram that live in Kansas City, and I followed up with them and I was like, hey, I'll be doing a show in your guys' city because I'm like, you know, really professional comedian. So followed up with the people that live in that city. And the couple that came out to see me has since broken up. One of them's remarried, the other one has a girlfriend. And one of them said he was going to come with his new girlfriend. I don't know if they came or not. It was a sold out show though.
Oh, that's good.
But yeah, I had to pull my penis and balls out.
Really?
You had to, yeah. That was the thing, is every time you got a big laugh, you had to take off an article of clothing.
Okay. And is this usually like comedians doing this, or do they get just like some funny strippers?
It's comedians, and then it's also like half burlesque drag. But yeah, it was really fun. I love tiny rooms when they sell out. I'd rather that than anything. That's the best. A true hoot and a half. I guess I got special lingerie for the show. I wore a thing that puts a banana around my penis.
A banana hammock?
A banana hammock, yeah.
That's good.
I was like Magic Mike and that shit. Here's the thing about being fat. It's always funny to take your shirt off. Every time you take your shirt off, people laugh. They get a kick out of it. It's funny, man. I go, hey, I agree. That's why I'm doing it. Oof. But yeah, I did the striptease comedy show. It was a hoot. I had fun.
And you were South by South then.
Oh yeah, South by Southwest, Hollywood.
How many shows in total would you say you did there? Like 5,
like
6?
10 or 11.
10 or 11?
Mm-hmm.
You
can do 2 shows a night right now in Austin. You can do 2 good shows a night right now in Austin.
Weekday or weekend?
Both. More on weekends. Yeah. Oh my God, it's incredible. It is too good to be true. I tell you what. But yeah, South by Southwest was fun. And people ask about it, and I have to remind everyone, like, I was on the interactive week. I want to be really clear about that.
But I mean, honestly, that's the week that makes money.
That's what I was saying. Hey, that's what I'm talking. Hey, interactive week. That's what they had George W. Bush on. George W. Bush was on interactive week. Okay, I'm sorry. Is he a household name to you? You know what else is on interactive week? Local comedian JT Kelly, George W. Bush, local comedian JT Kelly. Both those people on interactive week. 2 peers.
Yeah,
2
hand in hand.
men of industry. Yeah. Look, it just falls out. There's no gas in these BB guns. The BB just falls on out.
What number was that for you in like South bys? Like 8? Number 8?
Something like that. My first South by was 2014. So, yeah, 9, I suppose.
Well, you got to subtract for 2020.
Yeah. RIP
So,
2020 South by.
Yeah, so 8.
I don't know. So I still count it as South by because I actually got season 5 of season 1 through 5 of Seventh Heaven on DVD. So my South by it was pretty much like the whole week was like film interactive week for me. I just watched the entire Seventh Heaven series 1 through 5.
Yeah, that was because you wanted to do that that show where it was like once a week or whatever. You know, you basically screen an episode and like do
Of
commentary
Seventh
during
Heaven,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think my first step as rebranding as a Christian was the Seventh Heaven thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, I figure like Seventh Heaven and call the show Is Jesus a Gay Woman? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jesus, a savior that won't fuck your dad in front of you for views and likes on OnlyFans. You know, Jesus, the Messiah that won't fuck your ass. Seventh Heaven, when I see those smiling faces looking back at me. Seventh Heaven, a Messiah that won't fuck your ass. Guaranteed Messiah. No sodomy. But yeah, I've been going to open mics in Tulsa, right? Started doing
Yeah.
open mics again here.
Apparently,
And,
they just hit different.
They do, brother. They do. Also, you want to know something really interesting specifically about Tulsa?
Yeah.
Business cards. I've been given 3 business cards at open mics.
Really?
And I remember, so like 2014 for me, around that time was when I stopped seeing business cards, right? I was doing comedy like 2013, doing open mics 2013, and comedians would give each other business cards for sure. I remember Chris Tellez had a really funny business card. It said single on the back of it, right?
Yeah.
But you just don't see them anymore. Like, I mean, functionally, it's really difficult to. You see them; they're rare, right? That you do see them sometimes. And usually, people, super profesh guys or guys that are really into networking, will have like a QR code on their business card. But just the amount of good old fashioned business cards. Here's my email and my phone number on a business card. 3 of them, 1 week. Okay, that makes you think. I like that. There's an open mic here that's at a gay pirate bar. That's fun. I asked if there's a straight bar in town. They were like, no. I was like, okay, gay pirates only. That's what's up.
I mean, I'm trying to think of like, even for me, going to like business school. Like the last time I think I saw someone, or someone actually gave me a business card, was like 2015 as well.
They're not common anymore. You gotta. Hey, that's the thing, is make yourself stand out. Business cards.
Did you ever know anyone, or have you seen anyone maybe in Tulsa that they keep their business cards in like an old cigarette case?
That'd be cool. Not yet. I liked Agabar the comic. He would do like a big old sticker that said Agabar the comic on the back of his car.
Oh, he had a car sticker?
Oh, massive. And it was like his logo. I kind of want to do that for my Toyota. On the back, it says like JT Kelly, local comedian, and then my direct cell phone number.
My direct line.
Yeah, and like get those rap. You know, guys will do like anime raps with like anime girls with massive big old titties, and they're holding like AR-15s. Me, I'm anime. I got some big old yitties holding an AR-10, and it's like a Hello Kitty AR-10. And on the back of like the big window of the back of the Forerunner, it says like "Hit it up for them yitties and bitties." You know, like bits and yits, tits and bits. That's what I'm going to rebrand as, like a car guy.
Just a car guy, but not like I'm into cars. It's just, no, I have a car.
I'm a car, yeah. I did the bad boy thing. I did the Christian thing. Now I'm doing the bad boy, or no, the car guy thing. That's my new thing. I'm a guy that's really into cars, man. I like fast cars. Cars and pussy. It's my thing now. I like cars, pussy, and pizza. I did see some rockabillys at an open mic the other day, like the type that drive Volkswagen and have like cuffed Dickies pants. And I was like, "Yo, dying breed, fellas, what's up?" I said to him, I was like, "Yo, I was like trying to make a little joke with the boys, like, yo, we look so racist," like talking about me and like the rockabilly guys. Rockabilly dudes were not goofing; they were like not funny to them. But I thought we look so racist is funny because, like, you know, they look like they like work at the type of restaurant that like still discriminates against black people, and like I look like a QAnon supporter. And so I thought, I was like, hey, look, hey, rockabilly guys, look at me. We're you know, people probably give us a bad rap, and they're like, yeah, dude, no, we're not the same. I'm like, okay, guys, that's just who you are. Noted. You have a lot of rockabillys. Where you know any rockabillys growing up? I had friends with rockabilly dads and moms.
Yeah, there's definitely a few, not like full blown rockabillys growing up, but the dads where it's like they had like the custom garage, like man cave sort of thing, but it was like, why'd you turn this corner of your garage into like a diner booth? Like, it's just so I can drink beer and, you know, kind of hide my tum tum under the table.
Guess who's not allowed to drink out of that water fountain in the corner? Guess. Guess. Name one. Name one. Not allowed. Those guys.
Like
I
we
don't
have
know,
seating
man.
sections in this bar. It's like the good old days.
And let's just say every section's a smoking section, if you know what I mean. I don't understand those dudes that want to cosplay from the 50s. I don't know. I get so like right, there's that whole idea of like, oh man, it's nostalgia of like a time that didn't exist, you know. You look back on things and wish they're better because things are so bad now. But like also just like a pompadour isn't fucking tight. If you're like a Japanese dude and you got like a massive one and like a fucking skin tight leather jacket, you don't speak a lick of English, then I bet your pompadour probably could look pretty tight. But if you're just like a dude that like, you know, works at a gas station and you like have a pompadour and like an old car and you like those bands that like are like, you know, demented Argino and shit like that, you probably a cousin fucker. You got cousin fucker energy.
Yeah. Well, you know, when I was living up in Dallas, you know, Reverend Horton Heat, the psychobilly guy. Yeah.
I took a rockabilly girl to see Reverend Horton Heat one time.
How'd that go?
I didn't. I mean, like, we didn't like leave as enemies or anything, but I thought it would juice her up, like a normie guy taking her to see a rockabilly show. I was like 18 or 19, and she was very much like, "Yeah, you're not cool enough to be here." And I was like, "Yeah, I think I'm actually a lot cooler than you, to be honest."
Y'all both walked up to the door, and she's like, "Okay, this is where you leave." And you're like, "I bought the tickets." She's like, "You're not cool enough to be here."
She was trying to talk to me about like other rockabilly bands, and I was like, "Oh shit, does she think I want to get like involved in the culture? Like, she think I'm gonna be like adopted into her world? It's not going down, man. It's not going down."
You're basically like, "Yeah, Reverend Horton Heat, and then that one song, Rock This Town. That's where I draw the line."
Dude, I had a memory that I was telling my wife last night that she was dying laughing, and I did this a few times. Can I tell you a story, Robert?
Go for it.
So like I can't draw, right? Like I'm not good at drawing at all. My handwriting's really bad. So like if I were to draw a photo of you, it would look like a stick figure, straight up. Like it would look like I could get glasses in there. You'd know it'd be like, oh, this is supposed to be person with glasses, but like it would look nothing like any person, like stick figure. I have no way of doing details, facial structure, like 2 dots for an eyes, like so bad, so bad at drawing and stuff like that. So when I was like 18, 19, whatever, and I was trying to get into like, you know, having sex with women, I did this I did this bit where I like the first time I did it was with this girl named Elisa. And this girl named Elisa, I met her and I got her phone number while I was chit chatting with her. I was working at a coffee shop, I think either Broadacre or Pete's Coffee. But get her number and then I text her and I say, hey, send me a photo of your face and I'll draw you a portrait. And so she sends me a photo of her face and I draw her a portrait and it's like bad. Like it wasn't supposed to be good. It's like, you know, a stick figure, like I clearly don't know how to draw and I put it in a frame. And I think it's gonna be hilarious. I think she's gonna be like, that's so funny. You don't know how to draw. What a bad photo. This is such a cute little thing, right? Like, what a funny little bit that you did saying you can draw when you can't. Ha ha ha. And I give it to her. I meet up with her that night. I actually met up with her at the Sacramento Comedy Spot, and she did not receive it well. She thought that was like serial killer vibes to her. It was just this poorly drawn photo of her in like a frame, clearly from Dollar Tree, and she was expecting some sort of like portraiture skill, and so like she was creeped out. Nothing happened. Like she was very much like, dude, we're.
Did you color it?
No, it was just like ball pen ink. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like not no even shading, just like long lines as like the hair. It was just really, really bad. And that was the joke. It was a bit. It was supposed to be silly, like ah ha ha, you know, you can't actually draw. She was very disturbed by it. She was very like, okay, you know, I am not a girl to take to a noise show. Like this is not funny. This is not I don't appreciate the bit here. And I didn't just give up. I tried to get on another girl. I tried the same exact bit in the same exact way on a different girl. And this girl was named Samantha. And I thought it was just an incredible bit. Same exact situation, meet her at a coffee shop, get her phone number, send me a photo of you. I'd love to give you get a frame of Dollar Tree.
give it to her, and she is so fucking disturbed. She is like, what the fuck? This is so creepy. And I was like, I don't know how this is creepy, right? Like, it's not creepy. It's just, it's a bit. Like, it's a joke. Like, I can't draw. I'm pretending to draw. Here's a photo of you that someone could have drawn. It looks like a child did it. And I think that's like the scary thing. Is like, oh shit, does this guy have a mind of a child? Is this guy gonna like squeeze me too hard and I die? Like, does this guy have like child brain and he thinks he could draw? And so it's like, second time, and here's the thing, one time, take the risk, okay, lesson learned. Maybe a second time to test it out. I did it a third time. I did it a third time to a third girl. Guess what? Also fucking disturbed by it. She was so fucking, and I never learned the lesson. For me, I was like, why doesn't this bit work? It's so funny. I tried it on 3 different girls. And I was like, all right, I gotta stop before I end up in like a certain Facebook groups or something where it's like, hey, this terrifying guy asks me to send him a photo, draws me and brings me this with childlike wonder and talent. Like I was telling my wife, I was like, dude, thank God I got married and I don't ever have to like try to date or anything like that, because 3 different girls are like, yeah, dude, this guy really, really disturbed me with the drawing thing. But that was all. I was like, that was all in like 6 months too, 6, 7 months. I was like 19 or 20.
So you spent what, $3 total on frames to disturb women?
Yeah, just scaring women, just making women scared to talk to me, making women more scared of men. That's what I was doing out there.
But you didn't think after the first one, you're like, maybe I should like watch a YouTube or like take a class. You're just like obviously
the bit is I don't know how to draw. That's what's funny. Otherwise, I'm just giving women a piece of art. I don't know an art. That's the bit, man. I'm like, oh, hey, I don't know how to draw. Wouldn't it be so funny if I pretended to know how to draw?
I'll tell you this. So my dad was working at a bar a few years back, and this one guy who was like a regular, he was like an amateur artist himself, and like he would do like caricatures and then like more like stately portraits for people. He even did like a little photography. Well, my dad thought it would be like fun to have him do a portrait of my little sister, because he had like a photo of her in like her band uniform. I was like, hey, like, do you think you could like sketch this and like color it and do it like this size? Like it's like, I think it'd be cool to give to her for like her birthday or something. And he does it, and he fucked up her face so bad. And like I think my mom threw it away because he didn't, like, obviously my sister didn't take it with her, so like it just hung up in my dad's office. And I don't even think when he left the house like he took it with him himself, but like just he did her nose, like he did her nose so badly, and like the shading was horrible, like didn't even get the skin color right, like very pale, like stone marble white type shit.
Incredible.
I remember when she opened it like at the dinner table on her birthday, she's like, oh, okay. She's like, just kind of like looked up at him, was like, why? And so like my dad was trying to explain, it's like, oh, it's this guy Steve, like this is what he does, and I thought it'd be cool, because it's like a one of a kind. And my brother, like, without skipping me, he's like, yeah, it's one of a kind, but not in a good way.
That's like it, dude. I was at a fancy restaurant last night. We were just getting a drink there, but all of the plates were like locally made ceramics, and the guy was yeah, this local ceramicist makes it. They're all different. And I was like, that sounds shitty. I was like, sounds like he can't really do the same thing twice. Like that sound like it. The fact that he can't make it uniform should be a sign that like he's actually not good at this. And the guy was like, yeah, no, I honestly feel the same way. And I was like, yeah, that's nuts. That's like the most like bullshit ass excuse I've ever heard. I'm gonna like get a contract with a coffee shop and then just roll up with a bunch of different size cups. I'm like, dude, I'm an artisan. What do you expect me to be able to do the same thing twice? No, I just learned how to do this last month. My dad works in finance. Okay, I'm a ceramics guy now. Please just buy my uneven plates.
You just bought the local school's like busted like the pottery wheel. Like I just bought that
pottery wheel off Amazon.
Yeah. It's like it's quality, not quantity or consistency.
I was gonna believe it. He was like, yeah, so they're all different. I was like, that sounds really bad. That sounds like he's bad at making little cups and plates. Like every time he throws one on there, he's like, we'll see how this comes out. I have no fucking clue what I'm doing. It's like throwing a dart at the wall and hoping I get a bullseye here.
Just doesn't own a ruler.
I want to be an artist, dude. I want to make ceramics. You know what I mean? Just be like, oh yeah, sorry. Yeah. Oh, are you mad that none of the stones built that I threw for your walkway fit right? I'm an artist, buddy. Okay. So why don't you just step on them?
You wouldn't fucking get it. I'm an artist.
Yeah, no one gets it. I gotta pull out my BB gun with no orange tip and the tactical light on it.
When you were starting up that last story though, I thought you were about to say, yeah, we were at a fancy restaurant, and then a magician came by and asked if we wanted to see any magic tricks. I was like, was this fancy restaurant called Chili's?
Dude, I wish they had magicians at Chili's. All they got is super strict rules about where you're allowed to piss and shit.
I mean, you never went to any like big chain restaurant like Applebee's or Chili's and just like random Wednesday night they had like a magician walking table to table for tips?
God, I should have done magic comedy. Is it too late, Robert? Can I pivot and be a comedy magician? Like a joke magician?
Yeah. Just, you just can't believe in vaccinations.
You got it.
Yeah.
I'll believe or not believe whatever I'm told to. That's the thing, dude. Like you believe in evolution, right, Robert?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I have no clue how evolution works. It's just what we all believe, so I'm in. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be the guy that doesn't believe in evolution. You believe the Earth is round?
Yeah.
Me too, dude. It's same. Like, and if you said it was flat, I'd be like, oh, well, I don't know, maybe it is. Like, whatever, dude. I don't care how the world works and science and beliefs and ideologies. They all roll right off my back. I am in. I'm in. I'm down. Whatever everyone else is doing, so am I. A lot of people have a lot of like leadership qualities. I got followership qualities. I'm a fantastic follower. I am. I'm loyal. A lot of people say, "Oh, what are you going to be, a sheep?" Sheep are happy. Sheep are happy. They're following around a shepherd, just doing sheep stuff. They're not doing shepherd stuff. They don't have to think like a shepherd thinks. They're just sheeping, baby. That's what I want to get back into. Sheeping.
Yeah.
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 Shave me with some cheers. You know what I'm saying?
I think I'll teach you a couple of balloon animals, and then a few card tricks, and we'll just make sure you always have like some flowers up your sleeve. And I think we could rent you like an old St. Patty's Day like green suit. Just make it kind of like, it's like, yeah, I'm dressed fancy like a magician, but it's all green because I'm quirky, I'm funny.
I'm a magical leprechaun. I get blackout drunk. That's my thing. Is I do magic, but I am I'm crying about like dead relatives, just so fucking drunk. Telling like kids I'm doing a birthday party. Oh, when I was your age, I was getting molested by a babysitter. Just fucking sobbing.
Like, how old are you?
Yeah.
It's like, how old are you, Tim? It's like 8. It's like, I'd already been touched twice by age 8.
Dude, I remember one time I was like 6 or 7 years old, and I was like at church, and this older guy was like, "How old are you?" I was like 6 years old. He's like, 6 years old. Ugh, when I was 6, we got a knock at the door, and these two guys said, "Hey, we're here to sell newspapers." So I opened it up, and they pushed inside, and led me around the house with a pair of scissors on my neck, locked me in the closet, and robbed my house. So don't open the door for any strangers. And I was like, okay, like I said, I'm 6, so don't really know what to do with that whole fucking flow of information you just threw on me.
Yeah, for real. For real.
Man, you're coming up on a marriage for you, just over a month till wedding day.
Yeah.
You excited?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm ready for this thing to happen and be over, and stop being petty to friends that are saying they can't go. And
oh, did I tell you I can't make it anymore? No, I got this ready recently to wear to the wedding. I had to dig this out.
Nice.
I'm going Western black tie.
Good, because we all are.
Look how tiny that scorpion is. I'm not scared of scorpions. I'm scared of spiders.
Yeah. Yeah, for all the listeners, because we don't do video, JT just pulled up his it was actually an old Christmas gift I gave you, the baby scorpion bolo tie.
It's the only bolo tie I own. Well, I own a old weird Freemason one too, somewhere around here.
Well, hey, I mean, like a baby scorpion or even like a baby spider one, like if it's got an animal inside it, that's really the only bolo tie you need.
I would not wear a baby spider one.
No.
I'd take that off the table. Yeah, I'm so scared of spiders. Even pictures of spiders really scare me. Thinking about spiders too long puts me in a mood. I really like it.
Is it just the 8 legs?
I'm pretty sure this photo here is from Kansas City in like 20.
Oh yeah, back when you would slick your hair and you had the thick rimmed glasses, trying to be like a goth dad.
I did. That's exactly what I wanted to be.
Listen to Black Rebel Motorcycle Club unironically.
I don't know what that is, but I would. Black Rebel Motorcycle Club is the real name of a band.
Yeah,
That is wild. That is such a cheesy name.
yeah.
Cool Metal Harley Friend Muscles Rock and Roll
I
Club.
would roll up my short sleeves to show off my pecs.
I always roll up my short sleeves because, honestly, I fear a lot of people can't see my pecs.
Yeah.
That's what I really want. I want people to notice my pecs. I want people to fear me. And not just women. I want men to fear me.
But getting back to the portraits, would you say that's like the creepiest thing you've ever done?
I sure hope so. Oh, no. I can tell you the creepiest thing I've ever done, dude. So,
Okay.
like, I was at my friend's art show. I was like maybe 16, 17. And I've always had a big old beard, right? That's just how it's always been for me.
Yeah.
And my friend at the time, it was pre-transition for her, so she wasn't Emily, but she was doing an art show at this weird Christian like art thing. And her thing was like taking photos of herself at the time in dresses and putting it on the wall, and people being like, wow, look at you facing the sin. Like this really weird relationship with her transition. It's just really weird. Already a group of weird people, right? Just Christians that are telling her not to transition. Just weird energy at this place.
Yeah.
I show up. I'm sitting on the couch. I'm talking with this lady, and her baby walks up to her and hands me a Lego. And so I hand the Lego back, and the lady's like talking about the baby, like, oh, he wants to play with you so bad. He likes you so much. Go right there and play on his Lego set. And like 15 feet away from this couch is like a little sunroom that's attached. You can see inside the sunroom from the living room. And this baby's mom just said, hey, go play Legos. And there's like a Lego set right there on the floor. So I walk in there, I can see the mom on the couch from where we're sitting, play Legos with this baby for a bit. And like 5-10 minutes go when I look up and the mom's not there anymore. And just playing Legos, sitting there, and I don't really know how to play Legos. The baby's talking like baby talk, getting excited about the Legos, whatever. This guy walks into the sunroom and says, well, I'll turn on the lights in here, and turn the lights on in the sunroom. And I realized, oh, it's not like we were sitting in the dark. We were sitting in the light, just the lights in the room weren't on. I was like, that's really weird. Like right out the gate, I was like, that's so weird. I didn't mean to sit in this room with this kid without the lights on, right? Because you could see in there, but they went in there, turned the lights on. I was like, that's weird. He goes, hey, that's my son you're playing with. What's your name? And I was like, oh, I'm JT. Nice to meet you. And then another lady walks in and goes, oh, who's this playing with their son? And that's when I realized the lady that told me to go play with this baby was not this baby's mom. It was just some fucking lady who told a stranger to go play with this baby. And so I'm playing with this baby with no permission from its parents, and the baby's parents catch me. And I say catch me because I was not supposed to be playing with that baby. And I thought I was. I thought not only did I have like permission, but I was told. I wasn't like, yeah, I show up to this fucking art show to play with a baby. That's not why I was going. I got told to go play with that baby. So I sit there and I play with that baby for a bit, and a guy walks in and says, hey, that's my son. And I was like, okay, right on. And I didn't tell him, the mom, thank God I didn't say, yeah, the mom of this baby just told me to play, because the mom of that baby came in, was like, what are you doing there? And it wasn't the lady that told me to play, so I would look like a psycho liar. Thank God I didn't say, yeah, no, the mom told me to come in here and play Legos with this baby, because the mom came in and was like, who are you? And I just stood up, introduced myself, and I was like, yeah, this doesn't look good. This doesn't look good. Looks like I went to a room alone with your kid. But it was like a sunroom. You could see inside of it. Like it was like there were windows. And it's not like it was dark in there. It's just the lights weren't on. It was like evening outside. It wasn't even a nighttime. It was evening.
Yeah.
But just the optics of that looked horrible. That's probably the creepiest thing I've ever done. Is they think they saved their child from something that night. They think, oh, thank God we caught that Lego game when we did. But yeah, that's probably the creepiest thing I've ever done in my life. I definitely didn't mean to.
Did you ever figure out who that first woman was?
No, just some lady that was also at the art show. Definitely involved in the weirdo church they were involved in, And on one hand, I'm like, that's great that they don't just assume the worst of people, but also like if I had a kid, I would assume the worst of people. I would prioritize making sure that kid's not around any strangers. And if I walked into a sunroom and some bearded dude was sitting in the dark with my baby, I'd be like, yo, why are you sitting in the dark with my baby? Right? Looks bad.
Yeah.
But that's probably that was like well over 10 years ago. That's probably the creepiest thing I've ever done. Oh, I got booked on a show in Tulsa that's called the New Faces Showcase.
Okay, first off.
Oh yeah, go for it.
I was gonna say, first off, for anyone that might not be like big comedy nerds like me, or actual comedians like JT, there's a big festival called Just for Laughs every year, and they have this.
One might say it's the biggest festival,
Yeah,
or at least the most important festival for comedy.
yeah, especially for the business standpoint. But they have this showcase called the New Faces of Comedy Showcase. And everyone knows when it's like, hey, I'm doing New Faces, or like, oh yeah, I got selected to do New Faces, or I'm doing a New Faces audition. Everyone knows it's for that showcase specifically. And it's one of those things where it's like not every famous comedian or successful comedian does it, but the list of people who have done it and have gone on to have like very successful careers, it's a very long list.
It's a pretty typical stepping stone for like a classic industry person, like someone that's not just gonna like, I work clubs, but like, dude, I want to write on TV shows, I want to be an actor. Like those people are doing New Faces. They get booked on New Faces.
Yeah. So for this, I'm assuming it's just some independent guy at maybe like one of the clubs or a bar, just being like, yeah, we're gonna have a showcase. We're gonna call it the New Faces.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. You would be 100% correct in that assessment.
And let me guess, you had to pay him to get on it?
No. No. He did give me his business card, though.
Of course.
Okay, cool.
The Tulsa handshake.
Tulsa handshake is giving someone a business card. I go, okay, well, I could add you online. Nope, no, you know what? Give me the business card. Give me the business card.
Yep, let me just put that in my pocket with my other
I was looking for this. My Tywin business card. I have a business card from Tywin.
Oh,
but you know what? This was actually promotional material for his taping.
Oh, okay. So
dude,
it's like
Ty's website being called Ty Do Comedy is hilarious.
I mean, hey, he was just born to do it.
Yeah. Ty is so funny to me. My New Faces showcase, April 7th.
April 7th.
I'm on New Faces, April 7th.
April 7th, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yeah. I think the coolest thing about calling it New Faces is there's no like sense of irony about it. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just fucking New Faces. How fuck yeah. I've been telling everybody I'm on the New Faces showcase.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I'm on New Faces this year coming up in April.
JT, I made New Faces.
Yeah.
JT Kelly, New Faces of Comedy.
New Faces, yeah. Big year. Tulsa's doing shit different for your boy.
Yeah, they're doing things different. I don't know if it's in the right way.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go poop.
All right.
God bless you, Playboy.
Later.
One aside. Swear the rims is glistening. They got see the wood cause the top is missing. I sleep on dreams cause it's paper I'm chasing. My roots come from Texas, this inflation. One aside. One aside. One aside. One aside. One aside. One aside. One aside.